Hey everybody and welcome back to the Shoegazer channel, where we talk about effect pedals, exciting music gear, home production and more, all around the beautiful noise and otherworldly soundscapes. Today I want to introduce to you guys a brand new pedal by the company Keeley Electronics. The pedal is called the Parallax Spacial Generator, a mixture out of reverb on one side and delay on the other side. They combined here two pedals that I have already released. On the one side, the Caverns delay that I've already showed you on my channel some years ago, and the other side has components of the Loomer pedal, the reverse reverb, the soft focus, which is inspired by the FX500 by Yamaha, the rec effect that Slowdive has used. The reverse effect, you will know it from the MIDI Verb 2 if you are into My Bloody Valentine. Also an effect track from the 80s that shoegaze bands have used, especially the band My Bloody Valentine. And there is a Hall setting on it, the same Hall effect that you can also have on the Loomer effect pedal. First of all, this is kind of a first impression. So this video is a demo, a review and a first impression at the same time. So I'm experiencing the abilities of the pedal with you together here. I use my Cyberjack guitar, originally a Squier Jaguar that I have modified a lot together with the company Loop Guitars here in Berlin. It has a sample player built in, but I won't use it. I will just use my pickups here. I'm playing through a Princeton 112 Plus combo amp by Fender. I centered the ribbon microphone directly on the cabinet, and I will show you my clean tone now, but I will also play a little bit with this distortion pedal here, the Hot Rock Distortion by Digitech, a very old and cheap distortion pedal that has quite a vintage lo-fi tone to it. Perfect for shoegaze, I think. So this is my clean tone. Alright, if I use just a tiny bit of distortion to give you this shoegazy feel, it sounds like this. Alrighty then, so I decided to play something melancholic. I mean, we are using reverb and delay here, so it's supposed to play melancholic stuff. The pedal is concepted to be played in mono. You only have a mono input and a mono output. It needs a 9-volt power supply with 75 milliamperes and a center negative plug. On the backside, you can switch between a TRS insert mode, and also you can turn on the trails for the delay and you can turn on the trails for the reverb. I did this here for you because I think it's always good to have the trails on, because it sounds more natural as soon as you bypass the pedal, but you can turn them off if you want so. Alright, let's start with a simple delay without any modulation on it. You have 3 settings here. One is called deep, the other one is light. Deep means some very crazy modulation, light means some light modulation, and off means there is no modulation, this is just the delay. So we start with that. I turn the blend to 100% to see how much of the effect we can get, and yeah, we just see what happens. Turn up oh yeah, so you have this analog tape effect as soon as you turn up or turn down the time knob. You see, it sounds very, very soft and warm. So it's not that exact copy of a delay that you might know from digital delays. It's more of an analog feeling. If we turn up the rate knob, nothing would happen because we are in off mode. That means there's no modulations. I don't expect anything to happen here, but we can experiment with the repeat. Woo! Yeah, so it acts exactly like a tape modulated delay. So you can create some very nice noisy ambient layers with it as soon as you rip up the repeat knob and play around with the time knob. It's very beautiful, I really like it. Very nice. So you don't have to do much actually, because as soon as the pedal gets a signal, you can use it as an experiment workstation. It's really nice. So let's check out the light option here. Ah yeah, now you can hear the modulation. So let's rip up the rate. Woohoo! Okay, now 100% rate. Sounds pretty cool. I would wish the blend knob would make the signal even wetter, so I wouldn't hear too much of my dry signal, just to get more of this liquid and airy feeling. You might not want that. This is just my personal opinion. So let's hear what the deep mode says. Ooh yeah. So this is definitely much more modulation now. So we have to control the rate a little bit. Okay, I tried to find a setting here that works well. This is always almost vibrato-like. This has definitely some shoegaze vibes here. But I want to try to experiment with the loop effect here. Very cool. Let's turn on the reverb. Because I'm just so excited, I want to hear how the soft focus sounds. So here it is. Really cool. Does not sound like the soft focus that I remember, but it has definitely that appeal. Ah, okay, now it counts. We have to turn up the depth here. I will also turn up the warmth. The more it's turned up, the warmer it is, and the less it's turned up, the more thin the sound becomes. Ah yeah, so this is more my taste here. So let's make the decay a little shorter. Okay, I think we have to put some delay on it too. Very cool. At the end I switched to my neck pickup and it sounded very cool. Really like it, so it's also a very nice shimmer reverb if you need this very long and lush sound with lots of control of your delay. So very cool, very useful for shoegaze. I love it. I know you guys are interested in the reverse reverb sound. This is more a combination out of short delays that are played backward. So let's hear how it sounds. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the MIDI Verb 2. If you turn up the blend, you still hear your dry signal. So you have 8 different decay modes here. This is very short. The more I turn up the depth, I get this tremolo bar effect of a Jaguar or a Jazzmaster. You don't have to have an actual Jazzmaster vibrato here. you can hear what I mean. Let's check out the whole setting. Wow. You can hear these little sparkling stars in the background, so this might be a Shimmer Reverb effect. Let's turn up the depth. As soon as you turn up the depth, you get more of those octave-pitched stars. I just noticed that I like the decay more a little shorter, because then you don't get so much room but more of those stars. Really like it. Alright, let's make a delay combination with some light modulation here. I really like it. It's a very nice mixture out of high quality analog sounding delays. It's so much fun to experiment with the repeats of this delay. An effect pedal should be fun, and this one is definitely fun. It's a nice and handy pedal that you could take to every gig or every studio session to experiment a little bit with noise. And it's very compact, not too complicated. It's light, it looks nice. I think it's a perfect pick for a shoegazer. Definitely. If it comes to my personal opinion for the reverb side, I wouldn't use the reverse reverb for the traditional My Bloody Valentine sound, but I really like the sound on this one. Could be very cool for interesting lead tones. If I would like to have this dry but reverbery carpet that My Bloody Valentine music has, for example, then I would rather play the more traditional Digitech RV7 stereo reverb, for example. And if it comes to the soft focus, in my opinion, it does not sound like the soft focus, but it has lots of modulation and a character that's very similar to the soft focus, but you shouldn't be expecting the same sound. It's important for an effect pedal company to have something unique and own. Robert Keeley does not give you the possibility here to play 100% wet, for example. If you're looking for something like that, this might not be the pedal, but if you're looking for a nice pedal that has high quality reverb sounds and fits perfectly in psychedelic, dreampop, shoegaze music, and you always want to keep your dry signal, then this pedal is definitely a very nice option to consider. So thanks for watching. This was my little first impression review demo of the Keeley Parallax Spatial generator. I hope it was useful for you. If you're interested in my music with uncanny valleys, I will release very soon, I guess in about 2 months, my first album. Feel free to follow my Uncanny Valleys channel and Spotify and Instagram as well. And if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to this channel here. Every time I upload, you will definitely get something interesting here. This is what I can promise. Have fun creating, and I see you later, guys. Bye.